thought this would be a chance for us to meet together, maybe to share or swap some memories and some stories. I can remember a question coming up from Cheryl's dad last time, about, because we want to see the pictures, we want to hear the stories. And this is September 2005, so this is the first time I ever visited the shelter home. And the shelter home had just been established, I think that year. It was in its first year. This is the dining room. This is my good friend Henry Alderfair, who was the PCI guy who set up the program in India. And this is the boy who ran up to me in 2011 with his bishop's hat. Can you see how nice and shiny that bishop's hat is here? And it's all brand new. And this is 2 years later. Faded a little bit because he said he wore it every single day, so we always wore it. And this is when we'd just been welcomed in, they'd given us the garland and anointed us, and then he ran up to me and threw his arms around me, and he had his hat on. And that second time, there are lots and lots of pictures of Natur. A little bit, and then this year, we spent a huge amount of time together this year. He told me the story of how he had run away from home and his father had died and his mother couldn't help him. He, run onto the streets, and then PCI had found him. And I'm hoping to go with my family next spring break because my wife and my son will be very patient with me going over to India all these times, and they've never been, so I'll take a year off from India next year, but with bishops, but not with my family. And hope to see him again when he'll just be turning 16. And it's really hard, for us to maintain these relationships without, the ability to communicate, other than, sending the occasional card every 2 years. So we're really excited to be able to announce this weekend, as hopefully you all read in the letters. Does everyone read the letters? So there's some big changes taking place at the shelter home, and I'm very sentimental and very emotionally attached to this place and these buildings and this village and Bangalore and the people we know there. But we've come to terms with the fact that over the last month, as we've been talking to PCI, that the opportunities that are available to the boys in Don Bosco with the Salesians are going to be incredible. It's like moving from a 2 or a 3-star facility to a 5-star facility for these boys. But of course, one of the best things for us is, very selfishly, they're going to have high-speed internet in this facility that they're moving to. So we will be able to have that instantaneous communication. We'll be able to Facebook, we'll be able to email, we'll be able to Skype, and hopefully those great relationships we established when we were there in March will be able to continue through the years. I look forward to having a lifelong relationship with Natur. I can't imagine I'll ever forget him or ever lose contact with him, and I'm really excited that I'll be able to contact him really, really regularly. Because you've got to remember that for some of these boys, your friendship and your love and your concern for them are perhaps one of the few loving, supportive relationships they've ever had in their life. And you can't imagine how much that means to them. And I'm so excited that we're going to be able to continue that then with really good communication in the future.
I'm often asked in circumstances like this by you, young people, but also by parents and families, what can we do? What do you need? And of course, I know in the back of the mind, people are asking, can we or should we make a donation? And you guys did a sensational job in raising money for this Street and Working Children's program. You really did. So our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to you for doing that. But you did so much more. You did so much more. These kids don't have family. These kids came from the streets in and around Delhi. Did you go to the railway station? Did you see these kids on the streets in Delhi? That's where they came from. They didn't go to school. They didn't have family. And if they had 1 or 2 friends, they were lucky. And you guys, you bishops, young people, gave them so much more than a contribution can be valued. You gave them a family that they did not have. A family that they did not have. Imagine yourselves without family. That's what you've given these kids. And as David said, the love and the care and the concern and the commitment. And you will have changed their lives. You will have imprinted on them this love and this family for a lifetime. We see it when we go back to these programs. This is something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. So my thanks to you all for all you've done.
Namaste.